What you talking about, Lincoln?
Yeah.
What you talking about, Lincoln?
And it's Krishan in this hoe.
What you talking about, Lincoln?
Bitch, I was made for this. Yeah, bitch, I was made for this. Yeah. King of the jungle, I'm finna go ape and shit. Yeah. Bitch, I was made for this. Yeah. Bitch, I was made for this. Yeah. Yeah. Bitch, I was made for this. Bitch, I was made for this. Yeah. I'm swinging them colors, I'm feeling like Blade and shit. Yeah. Bitch, I was made for this. Yeah. Bitch, I was made for this. Yeah, bitch, my paper thing. I ran it up with them bags. She wanted, I paid for it. These niggas all in my face. I got a game for it. Chopper go blah, 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 blah. Take off your face with it. Yeah. Real nigga in it, go hard to the feet. Got like 4 or 5 hoes and we still in the trench. If he make it, we double back, spinning again. I got my whole hood on my back. These niggas hating, yeah, it's a fact. Play me too close, you won't make it back. Hey. Yeah, bitch, I was made for this. King of the jungle, I'm finna go ape and shit. Yeah. Bitch, I was made for this. Yeah. Bitch, I was made for this. Yeah. Yeah, bitch, I was made for this. Bitch, I was made for this. I'm swinging them colors, I'm feeling like Blade and shit. Yeah. Bitch, I was made for this.
Hey, what's up? Hey, China. Hey, Timothy. How do I turn it on subscribers mode? I haven't been live in like, I want to say a year. And back then, I don't even think subscriber mode was even an option. So, how do I do that? How do I do that? I'm gonna let the music play a little bit while, hopefully China's still here. She can tell me how to do it, but I don't know how to do that. I don't see it in StreamYard unless I'm looking in the wrong spot. Well, I guess I'll try to talk in the meantime. Hey, what's good, y'all? What's going on? It's Shan 214. Kind of feel like a fish out of water. I ain't been live in a long, long time. If you have two devices, click on your live chat. Fuck, I did not go get my laptop. My laptop is in my is in my fucking office outside. I got like a separate house behind my house, and it's like an office slash like media room, and yeah, that's gonna take me a minute. Fuck, and I'm sure there's no other way, huh? But I don't know. I don't see nobody like really just like fucking with me like that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't plan on being on here a long time. It's in the settings gear in the chat. Let's see. Um, yeah, I should be good. Like I don't see a whole lot of people coming in. I don't really just, fuck around with the fuck around like that. So we'll see. I mean, it is what it is. As you can see, I don't even pay for this shit. Again, I have not been live well over a year. So um I'm just here because I had a few people a few weeks ago tried to encourage me to go live. I had few people a few days ago, um, wanting to encourage me to go live. And I'm not even gonna hold you. I really don't be feeling this shit. Like, it's just not the same. When I used to get on this shit, I did it to tell my story, tell stories, things that's happened, like in the past, fun stuff, not so fun stuff, so on and so forth. Talk about mental health, relationships, and all the bullshit in between. Now it's a fucking shit show on here, and I the more and more I get on this motherfucker, the more and more I lose my luster to even want to be on here. Doesn't necessarily mean I don't want to create content anymore. I wouldn't necessarily say that, but I feel so out the loop when it comes to trying to figure out where's the best place to start a podcast, so on and so forth, that I'm just like, man, I'm so good, but how's everybody doing? I hope all is well. I don't really have a whole lot of shit to say. I mean, I have a lot of shit to say, but I really don't have a lot of shit to say at the same fucking time, if you get what I'm saying. Like, none of the shit really matters. Yeah, it is what it is, and whatever I do have to say concerning anything on this app is gonna fall on deaf ears. So it's like, do you really want to waste your time in saying it? Is the question, I mean, you, like, okay, like I'll say this. Most of the time, what I usually do, I usually, get up in the morning, make sure that my children have gotten up and gotten to school. No, I don't go in there and just blankly wake them up because they big as hell. They got alarm clocks and very expensive ass iPhones that have alarm clocks on them, so they get their own black asses up. I just get up to make sure that they're actually awake and getting themselves ready for school. So I do that. um I kind of surf YouTube to see what's kind of going on. What's good, Friday? Thank you for stopping by. What's good? What's good? Normally I'll do that. I'll get on YouTube, kind of see, who's on, who's talking about what. I can't go in everybody chat because some of y'all like repulse me like no other. Some of y'all just gross me out. Like real shit. Roasting! What's up, bro? I ain't gonna hold you, Roast. I thought you had blocked me one day. Come to find out, it was my own fat fingers, and I didn't even know it was my own fat fingers. I be doing some shit. I don't really be attentive in the chats like I should be. So I be walking around and fingers be pressing buttons and I don't realize it. So if y'all heard that weird clank, those were my dogs. Those were my dogs. So one day, like I said, one day I forgot what chat we were in. I want to say maybe Big Babies or something. And I had seen you post, and I was like, why I can't see him in the chat? Why I can't see him in the chat? What did I do to Roast? I fucks with Roast. Roast is like my bro. So I had said in the chat, I was like, did Roast block me? And my baby Lay Leezy was trying to say something to you about it. And I was like, no, don't say nothing. Like, don't say nothing, because I didn't want to make it a thing. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, sometimes I make mistakes, so I didn't know. And then two, if you did, block me or whatever, then we can talk about that behind the scenes. We ain't got to make that like a whole spectacle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to do all that, but I ended up going into my studio and I was kind of playing around because I don't know how. Out of all these years that I've been on this app, I still don't know how stuff works. Well, okay, I'm gonna have to admit that I still don't know how stuff works. Um, nobody has took little old me under their wing and it was like, here, let me show you the ropes, let me help you out. And I'm not saying that like like I'm upset or nothing. It just never really happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't really be on here like that. What's up, biggest? How you doing, love? Dane Texas 713. How you doing, boo? How you doing? How you doing? I'm not gonna lie. Before the few times ever that I go live, I get this anxiety build up. I don't know why because y'all don't know me. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm on a real stage, but I still get this kind of a stage fright. You know what I'm saying? So, today as I was thinking about getting on here, uh disclaimer, I'm not in a good mood. I did wake up on the absolute wrong side of the bed this morning. But when I do, and I was, getting mentally ready to get on here because I was like, at some point, I got to get on here. It's been a few people asking me to get on here and just, talk and, maybe answer questions, maybe do a little get to know me, reintroduce myself, if you will. Hey, can y'all hold on for a second? I'm gonna try to close my door, but my dogs are gonna keep busting in here, so I'm gonna try to close it and lock it just so they don't keep coming in here. For those of you that may know or may not know, I should say, I have a Yorkie and a German Shepherd, and they do too much. Those are my babies, but they do too much. The mental health gentleman. Hey, how you doing? What's good? What's good? Y'all, give me just a hot second, okay? A hot second.
I got my hood on my back, BFL to be exact. Nigga play, get the strap, make a play for the pack. Get the front and the back, never relax. And I don't do too much tripping, run up the hundreds and fifty. If he sneak dissing, then that boy gon' come up missing. Standing on business, I got your hoe washing dishes. Whatever you with, then I'm with it, let's get it. Boss in the building, you niggas employed. If I shoot my shot, then they calling me Tory. I might hit your bitch and I won't even know it. She gon' throw that back, cause she know I'm like that.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I hope y'all, I ain't take too long. But anyway, as I was saying, I kind of go through these little, these nervous spells, and I had thought about 713 because a long time ago, 713 always told me, Shan, get on here more. Shan, get on here more. Shan, get on here more. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm gonna get on here more. Hey, Blended Healing, how you doing, beautiful? I've been in your bushes, and I love it. I love being in your bushes. It's not that I don't know. I'm just a real reserved, back in the corner type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a real, sit at the back of the table and watch everybody. I'm a Scorpio, if that makes any sense. So I'm not a real, hey, let me speak every time I get on the app type of person. Just charge it to my mind, not my heart. I mean no harm. I don't really talk a lot. Well, I'll say this, because I am a Scorpio. I either talk too much or I really don't talk at all. And most of the times, I really don't talk that much. So if I do say something in a chat, or if I am voicing my opinion, it's because like it's really gotten to me at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like I really have to say something. And lately, I've been finding myself. saying a lot for me, you know, and at that point it's pretty aggravating. So yeah, I'm kind of like, ugh, you know, like, but no, I've been real annoyed with this app these past few weeks, months, whatever you want to call it. Um, it's not necessarily the trolling because it's nothing new about the trolling. You know what I'm saying? That's what motherfuckers gonna do. Y'all gonna troll, y'all gonna. Oh, it's all good, love. You there? You getting something out of it? If so, then I have done my job. Oh, absolutely. To be honest with you, your titles kind of bring me in. The only thing is sometimes you come on a little early for me. I'm not a morning person at all. And I don't drink coffee anymore due to my health. So I have no reason to really just be happy in the morning no more. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be in the bushes because you know, again, I'm not a morning person. I haven't had no type of caffeine. So I sit there and I listen and observe and um just obtain the information, you know what I'm saying, and get the lesson, you know, more so than anything. Again, like your titles really bring me in. Um the genre that you in when it comes to your topics and oh, thank you, Blended Healing. Thank you. Like I think I do need to start juicing. But I need to learn more about it. You know, like as far as like what I should use. I don't have a juicer either, so I don't know if a blender will work out. But y'all, my bad. You see how I just dart off the from one topic to another? No, but yeah, I'm just not really feeling this shit as much as I want to. You know, when I started my YouTube, I want to say I started my YouTube channel back in 2016. Um, and it was different back then. You know, the multi sector was nowhere to be made, wasn't even a thought, you know. So I was on a different plane when I originally got onto this app, you know. So I did and dabbed in a lot of different things when it came to YouTube. I went from doing product reviews, makeup reviews, different things like that. You know, like unboxings for like FabFitFun, Ipsy, Mac, Sephora, different, you know, brands like that. Then I started just getting on here, chit chatting with people, you know, different shit like that. Then I wanted to tap into like mental health and like telling my story because the goal of it all, like I would do pre-records of my story times and pre-records of my venting sessions and different things like that. Because the main goal that I had was to write a book, but I didn't know how to go about writing a book because I don't know, maybe I have ADHD or, you know, something like that. It just hasn't been diagnosed, but my attention span is super short. So for me, it's like, where do I even start when it comes to writing a book? You know what I'm saying? Because I've been through some unique shit. I'll say that. I don't want to say, you know, oh my gosh, I've been through so much and, you know, it's been so. I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do the sappy shit because I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying? So I never wanted to come across as the woe is me type. You know what I'm saying? Even though I have been through some very hard stuff, I never wanted to come across that way because you don't get the message that you're trying to get out there properly because too many you know, people are too busy either giving you oversaturated sympathy or they're mad at you because you are telling your quote unquote business online. You know what I'm saying? So as time progressed, I started venturing off and going into these sectors. And I didn't know anything about sectors, right? I had no idea. It for me it was okay, I see a content creator that I'm really excited about, kind of, start to support them, kind of, I guess you can say cling to them, if you will, because us women, when we find something we like, we in there. You know what I'm saying? We are in there, and we will try to support as much as we can with what we can, how we can. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny now because the first sector that I technically was in, and I say technically because I didn't even know that it was a sector. I didn't know it was a thing. Until the Mo3 sector really came about. I didn't really know. And it was called, I want to say it's called the T sector. For those who don't know or I don't know, may know, don't know, depends on how you respond to what I'm about to say, but like the Armand Wiggins, the Tasha Kays, the Sean Davy Ways. Actually, I had got to know Tasha K before really any of those YouTubers. And but she's so big, I knew that I wasn't really going to develop a decorum with her. You know what I mean? And at the time, I was looking of ways of, working with people just to try to kind of get myself out there, develop my podcast, little cool things like that. And I came across Sean Davy Way. And I ain't gonna really get too deep into that because at this point it's really dumb. Like that was the first time somebody's ever played on my top, because I guess they saw what I had going on and they kind of liked what I was doing and or didn't like what I was doing rather and decided, okay, we going to, step on her toes. We're gonna kind of sabotage her a bit. That's as much as I would say on that. And I didn't know how YouTube sectors really went and how supporters were and the bullshit in between, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of had to learn the hard way at at a wrong time in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So then we fast forward. I move on from that. It's like, okay, whatever. It's just people. So we move on from that. And then my childhood friend, Mo3, passes away. And I, I'm devastated, right? Because I had to sit here and watch this on the news, on Facebook, unbeknownst to me or anyone else. I'm watching my childhood friend on the motherfucking highway. So the first thing that I do after I get off my knees from screaming and crying and going through what I, was going through, call my baby daddy while he at work, he at work minding his business. And I'm like, Mo 3, they got Mo 3. Um, yeah, it just, I was devastated to say the least. Yeah, I don't talk about me knowing three because I don't need or want that kind of clout. But I grew up with Mo three. We come from McKinney together. I used to teach I used to teach a dance class at the Boys and Girls Club in McKinney, Texas. When I was 13. Well, I started when I was 13, and I danced from 13. Well, I taught. I was dancing since I was 5, but I taught dance from the ages of 13 all the way through 22. And I used to teach it to children from ages 5 to my age 13. And y'all may believe it or y'all may not because of how Mo3 grew up to be, but he was in my dance class. Yeah, him and his brother, I don't want to say their names. Lil Melvin and Corey. Um, they'll come to my class, and I knew part of it was because I'm older than Mo3. I got like maybe 4 or 5 years on Lil Melvin. So Lil Melvin used to kind of look at me like a crush. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that, I guess maybe was appealing to him or whatever, but it would never happen. You know what I'm saying? Because no, you're too young. You know what I'm saying? But we grew up together. Like I know his whole family. I know his mom. His mom sung at quite a few funerals of my family members. Like she's the voice. Like if there's a funeral or some type of occasion going on in Collin County, or especially McKinney, she's who you're going to see. She's the voice you're going to hear. You know what I mean? Um, that lady there is a treasure. And I know his real dad, Cool Mel. Cool Mel used to be fine back in the day, y'all. Y'all thought Mo3 was sought after, and everybody wanted Mo3. Everybody wanted his daddy too. Like no bullshit. Everybody wanted his daddy too. But let me see. Let me rephrase that 3 times on YouTube. Yeah, Bleeding the Healer, like I've been burnt quite a few times in this YouTube stuff. The Sean Davy Way was like one situation. Then when I got here on the Mo3 sector, I got burnt again. In that particular situation, I could have handled some things a little different, but I just got tired of people playing with me. And the type of person that I am is if I feel like you think that you're winning at playing with me, or if I feel like, you think that you got an upper hand, like you can talk about me behind my back, but I can't do it to you, I'm gonna fuck with you. I'm gonna do shit to piss you off. I'm gonna talk about you to people, that I know it's gonna go back to you just so you can flip out. Like that's the type of petty that I am. Like it can get real petty because I know I can fight. I ain't trying to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no shit starter or nothing like that, but I know what I'm capable of. So if I ever get to that point where I feel like I'm being played, I'm gonna play with you. That's just period, point blank. I'm gonna play with you, but I'm gonna do it in a diplomatic in a way to where I'm gonna make sure you come out looking dumb. You know. But anyway, that's beside the point. But as I was stating, entering this sector, watching this sector grow and form to what it is, excuse me. I basically, like I said, I was devastated. So the first thing that I did was get on YouTube because I wanted to see what was everyone else talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because although I lived in Oak Cliff at the time. I just recently moved from Oak Cliff. I lived in Oak Cliff at the time, knew quite a bit of people. You know what I'm saying? I know people that know people, blah, blah, blah. You know how that goes. It's very small, yet big community. Um, I'm not out in the streets like that. I'm an introvert. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to see and I wanted to know what was going on, what happened, you know what I'm saying? to get updates, different things like that. I didn't come for the conspiracies. I kind of wanted to see who was gonna kind of tell the truth with what I did here and what, did come to me. Very few did on this app. Very few of these content creators told the truth. I'll just say that. Um Again, I didn't come on here for clout. I've mentioned it a couple of times that I knew Mo3, or I might say it sometimes in chats that I knew him, but I try not to say it, like a hey, look at me, I knew Mo3, blah 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 blah. I didn't want to be a part of nothing or nothing like that because I was connected to him most in his growing up stage. You know what I'm saying? We seen each other a couple of times in our grown up life. He used to flirt with me or whatever. I used to kind of laugh that shit off, like, boy, stop. I'm too old for you, blah blah blah. Shit like that. But I always, supported that young man. So to see him go was really like a stab to the heart. You know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying, I came for answers, camaraderie, support, in a weird way. Um, at first, this sector was like forming into something pretty interesting, decent, but very quickly it got a little crazy with the trolling and the conspiracy theories and the fight for clout, and different things like that, which, I try to get a little understanding for simply because I get people are trying to, come up, make their money, whatever. So, um, I don't know. I just kind of started to feel away, and then, like I said, I had a little situation where I felt like, I was trying to befriend somebody, and I felt played. So I felt like I had to play with them a little bit back, even though I was still pretty mature about the situation. It could have got real ugly as much as she tried to make it ugly. I really refrained and I really restrained myself, from going there, and part of that was because I was going through a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I had a weird cyber situation going on that I'm not gonna get into. And also had a family member that had passed away. He was one of my favorite cousins, and he just kind of like dropped dead, at random. And I was just over it. At this point, this was like, I want to say right at the mid 2021, somewhere around there. And I was just over it. I couldn't focus on what I was trying to do. Nobody really in the sector really was like into what I was trying to do. They was on some, oh, fuck mental health. you know, fuck getting your mind right. Fuck positivity. Fuck that shit. They was in that mode, still is in that mode, if not worse. You know what I'm saying? So trying to combat that, plus trying to be friends with people that you know, probably shouldn't, it's kind of, I don't know, maybe a trauma bonding situation because only, I don't know. I can looking back, and I knew back then, I only cling to that person because she was getting made fun of. And I'm a girl's girl, if nothing else. And I hate to see a woman, get bullied in a sense. Well, so I thought she was getting bullied when all the while she clearly liked the shit because she went right back to the motherfuckers that was bullying her. Ain't that ironic? Ain't that a bitch? But I felt compelled to want to take up for her, and I probably Shouldn't have, because I didn't really have that mental capacity to really do so at the time. Because at the time, I probably needed somebody to kind of stand up for me a little bit. Yeah. Oh yeah. Kind of should be real for real. Yeah. Yeah, I am, Rose. I am. I am. But I'm trying not to at the same time. I'm only trying to give a timeline. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I open up my mouth and mention this story, it seems like this motherfucker just pop up out of nowhere and go live. Even though they haven't been live in months. But every time I fix my lips to say anything about this shit, her ass will try to go live and make it a thing because I never went back and forth with the bitch. Never. And I'm not going to because we grown. And if anything, I'm older than you. And if you really, 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 really had an issue, you can just call or whatever the fuck. I don't need that attention. And clearly you're not getting the attention that you need by talking about me. I'm not nobody on this app. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to kind of skate by. You know what I'm saying? Only for timeline basis. So, that because of that and my cousin passing and the little cyber situation I was going through, and on top of my health, I have thyroid disease. So I go through a lot of things physically and mentally. The physical part kind of messes with my hormones and it fucks with my mental. So that's why I'm kind of quiet on here, because again, I don't I don't I don't seek sympathy. I don't seek. Oh my god, I don't need all that shit. That shit's so fucking lame to me. You know what I'm saying? So I just rather stay away. And I say all that to say I had decided to take a break. I took a year off of being on YouTube, like being in the chats, being in the lives, you know, um, knowing what's going on, talking to people. I had took a break. I had even got so like irrational within my mental that I removed people off my socials that didn't necessarily do me anything, but just because of the fact that they were cool with certain people, I was just like, well, I don't even want to be a part of it either. So, you know what I'm saying? Or them or attached to that. So I removed myself for about a year. Then when I come back, that's when I was introduced to the 88s. Who else came around that time? It's kind of, I guess you could say I was introduced to Monroe in a sense. It was a few other content creators. I think at this point, Sean G had just made a page. Um, it was a nice little cluster of content creators that had just got onto the board. So I had to acclimate myself and readjust to new people. And I kind of found myself like one thing about me is the smallest things for me can sometimes be too much for me. And I'm gonna try to make that make sense. Like, okay, for example, if I reach out to you in any way, like besides, being on YouTube, like if I go to your social media and I fix my fucking fingers to type into your DM and say anything to you, that's that in a sense is me trying to shoot my friendship shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm not really good at making friends. Candace, hey baby. What you doing, beautiful? How are you doing? Happy belated birthday. I'm sorry I haven't been in your chat. It's been so much BS going on. But your birthday did just pass, so and I'm glad you came so I can wish you a happy birthday. Happy birthday, beautiful. I hope it was a great one. You deserve many more great, beautiful birthdays. You're awesome, and all that good shit. Um, absolutely, absolutely. Um, so like I was saying, when I came back, it was quite a few new players that were here, and quite a few people that I had grown to love that had left me. Oh, okay, my bad. What I was saying was, if I decide to DM you, like whether it comes across as me being nosy, or if I'm just asking if you're okay, or whatever. That's kind of like my weird way of kind of trying to take a stab at generating a conversation, or whatever. But that's a lot for me. That's a lot for me because I'm not really social. Again, I'm introverted. I'm a Scorpio. And there are some very introverted Scorpios, but maybe because of my moon and my sun sign, maybe that hinders me from being super social or whatever. I'm a Cancer moon, so yes, I'm sensitive as shit, but don't take that sensitivity as a weakness because I will hurt you. Real shit. Like, yeah, like it'll go down. But I try not to go there to that part of my life because once I start, it's very hard for me to stop. And I have children and all this shit. And I have more daughters than sons. You know what I'm saying? I only have one son and I have four daughters. So I don't need them looking at me crazy or them thinking that, popping off is the way to go in every single situation, especially online when you don't, see nobody and you can't touch them. And I'm not gonna go out my way to try to get to you. I'm not gonna meet up with you. I'm not gonna do none of that. Too old. Too old. Like, yeah, I'm too old. I'm very late in my 30s. So I'm not gonna do all that. More power to the motherfuckers that do it. Hey, I be there in spirit, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't doing that shit. Now if I just so happen to see you or whatever and actually recognize that it's you, then yeah, we can do it with whatever we need to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna risk my freedom and sanity and my facial features and none of that shit for no bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm just not doing it. But to each their own. No judgment, no shade on that because sometimes you got to get out there about your respect. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I won't ever do it. I'm just saying like just right off the bat, I ain't doing that shit. Fuck y'all. But so again, I had to readjust to this sector again, and I've been pretty much back ever since. I want to say I came back at the end of 22 or the beginning of 23, somewhere around there. Don't quote me on that because I do smoke a lot of kush, so the months in between that can be a little hazy. But I came back and I was getting adjusted. I came back around the time of the booster bash. So does anybody know around what time that was? The booster bash? Okay, Dubs, you trying to be funny. You trying to be funny. Yeah, it took a lot of I don't know why. I don't, I don't fucking know why, but it took a lot of nerve for me to get on this motherfucker, okay? It took a lot of nerve and a lot of want. Like I had to like give myself a pep rally to do this shit. You hear me? Like, cause I'm so random. It's like, what do I say to y'all? Like, cause I don't want to talk about the current events of the sector, cause that's what everybody's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the booster bash. Like, when was when was the booster bash? I came back around that time. Around that time, that's when I had came back into the sector. I took a break. I knew the break was a year. The break that I took was a year. It's just the time frame for me gets a little fuzzy because I smoke a lot of kush. I'm not even gonna like play with y'all on that. I smoke a lot. I smoked right before I got on here. Hey, Pink Bow, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. We just kind of a little chit chatting a little bit. I was asked a few weeks ago to go live, kind of reintroduce myself, kind of talk about what my page is about, so on and so forth. So I'm just kind of rambling about it a little bit, see kind of where I end up, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I don't be on here for a long ass time because I ain't trying. I'm not gonna be on here for a long ass time. It's already 47 minutes, but we'll see. I got my dog, right here. He's chilling. He's a German Shepherd. My Yorkie is in the house somewhere with his sisters, my daughters, or whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to keep them kind of separated because my Yorkie been talking shit all fucking day. Like, what is it with Yorkies and they shit talk? Like, this motherfucker look at me like he's a 35-year-old man with a full-time fucking job, and he just talks shit all day. Just talk shit. Is it a little dog thing or is it just a Yorkie thing? 'Cause that little motherfucker there gets on my nerves, and we go back and forth. Back and forth. He's probably at the fucking door right now, but he can't open it, so he's just probably mad sitting there. Oh, you got three Rottweilers. See, I want a Rottweiler. I want one real bad. Real, real bad. Like, now I kind of got questions. Like, how are they? Are they docile? Do they jump on you a lot? Because my German Shepherd, he jumps on me a lot and he loves hugs. Like, my German Shepherd is a big ass baby. He's two. So there's that. But anyway, so now that I'm here, now we're here in real time. You say you don't want to feed them. Who, me? I don't want to feed my dogs, man. My dogs stay eating. My dogs are fat as a motherfucker. Like, they be trying to eat your food, they food, his food, her food. They'll lay on you until you give them food. Like I said, my Yorkie talks shit, so he'll just sit there and bark your ass down, for your food. Like, I'm talking about bark you down. But yeah, I'm saying my little motherfuckers, they eat. No, Rottweilers, they eat like a motherfucker. Oh, well, second thought, I don't know because I already got that German Shepherd that eats. And I be watching the like TikTokers and the Instagrammers, and they be making their videos, fixing full course meals for their big ass dogs. And I am not that. Like, I'll actually cook them a meal like ever so often, a couple of times out the month or something like that. But shoot, I got three kids up in here. I can't be feeding them and feeding them too like that. Like, that's like two different meals because certain seasonings they can't have, certain foods they can't have, and they on a raw diet, all those. Oh my gosh, you got money. You got money because ain't no way. Oh my gosh. I know how expensive that is. People's 212 said, LOL, roast your wifey, aka Aunt None of my watch is in here watching you. Watch what you say. I know you love her. What the hell? What you gotta watch what he say for? He don't be flirting with me. What's up, People's 212? Not on my watch. If you are in here, you can just speak, baby. You know it's love over here. We gotta watch Rose for. Russ don't even come at me that way. What's going on here? No, but what's good, people's 212? I hope all is well. I be seeing you in the chats doing the most. I just don't be saying nothing. Oh, they love each other? Oh. Oh, well, Rose? Well, he's in a safe place over here because, like I said, he don't ever say nothing out of line to me over here. I don't know what he be doing in other chats, you know what I'm saying? But Rose keeps it pretty platonic over here. Pretty platonic. Have no fear over here. Looking ass. Looking ass. You can't be too poor. Well, I take that back because if it's just you, then it's really not as bad as it seems. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you're like me, all dubs, like when it comes to cooking, but I have a hard time just cooking for like 1 to 2 people, small amounts of people. So like when I cook, uh, I end up having like a lot of food left. So I don't know if you put it into that perspective, then it's not that bad. He said, "No, we don't. No, we don't. He trolling." Oh shit! Tell me something. But yeah, if none of my watchers around, hey love, I hope all is well. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done chose like all these sides, then obtained these cliques and these groups of people for whatever reason, for the people that they hate, which I don't understand why y'all be hating people on this app because it just be words and y'all don't even know each other, but that's a whole nother conversation. At the end of the day, it's not even my business, whatever. But y'all be having all these cliques and these groups, and I don't know what to say and what not to say, who to speak to, who not to speak to. You know what I'm saying? What group to be around, what other group to be around. Not for real, all dubs. It's just like Dave Chappelle. Hey, 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 hey. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. So I don't know. Like even in the chats that I do decide to be in, I be feeling out of place because I feel like if I decide to go into another chat, then I'm gonna get ridiculed for it. Like I used to be in a content creator chat. I'm not gonna speak her name up because I don't want nobody to think I got an issue or a problem with her, and we gotta sit and have this whole talk out, and then she ends up talking shit or saying her true feelings about me or whatever, because you know how motherfuckers do on this app. All of a sudden they never liked you. You ain't shit, you this, you that, and the third. And I ain't really got time for that because I don't really care about nobody that much, that deep on this app to really have a significant beef. You know what I'm saying? So I'll just say a content creator. I had mentioned her name earlier. I'll just say that, take that how you want to take it. But I used to be, when I came back and I was introduced to her, I really liked her. I liked her vibe, and all of that until I kind of really like got to know, who she is or, or portrays or whatever. I don't feel like it's a portray. I feel like that's actually who she is, but that's another conversation. No, I don't have an issue with her or nothing like that, but she had clearly had an issue with me for going into another chat and speaking. Not saying I didn't say anything about her per se, but I was speaking to the other content creator in their chat, and I guess she was in the bushes and she saw that shit, and she took my wrench and started just acting funny towards my black ass. So I know how to take a hint. I just move quietly. You know what I'm saying? I don't need the theatrics. I'm not gonna make a scene. I'm just gonna move around, and I moved the fuck around, and now it's kind of at a point where it's like Okay, the dust is kind of settled, but let's see, people said I'm out Shane just came through to show you some support. You cool, respect. I appreciate you, people's 212. Thanks for the love. Much love to you. You know, go out there into these YouTube streets and terrorize like you good at doing. Oh, Bookie Bud. Y'all heard my dog. You wonder who I'm talking about now? I don't know how to give a hint without. I said the person's name earlier in this whole conversation. I mentioned when I came back into the sector, around the time that I came back into the sector. Does that help, Rose? It was the main character in that event. Does that help? All Dub says, the hell I gotta be in your beef for I don't even know you. Exactly. I don't know you for real. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to a point where I gotta feel with my grown ass, my overgrown ass, gotta feel afraid slightly to give my opinion because it's gonna be a whole, you know what I'm saying, a whole situation, a unnecessary ass situation, then I just be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna move around quietly. Or if I gotta, be in a content creators chat and I gotta worry about a bitch that don't like me in the chat trying to talk at me to see if I'm gonna say something to them, and then they get mad because I don't say a motherfucking thing to their ass, or when I do say something to their ass, I guess I said too fucking much. Like, a bitch like me just can't win for losing, okay? Like, it's either damned if you do shit or damned if you don't. So it's just like, fuck it. I'm just not going to. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. Because the shit's retarded, you know? And the more and more I learn about myself, because, like growing up, like back in high school, middle school, and all that, you know, I used to wonder, like, I used to be that kid, like, oh my gosh, you know, why do people, not like me, you know what I'm saying? And then I had to realize because of my opinions. And because I expressed my opinions and or when I didn't express my opinions and I just leave silently. Like I've always been this way. Like I'm a very rational thinker. I don't really just go off impulse. Even if it looks like I'm going off impulse, I thought that shit through and I just didn't give a fuck. If I wanted to act the fool at that time, I genuinely wanted to act the fool at that time. Does that make sense? Like I'm not an impulse, I wasn't thinking type person. I can't even lie to a motherfucker and say, "Oh my gosh, I just wasn't thinking when I said that." No, I knew exactly what I was thinking when I called you the bitch that I called you. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew exactly what was about to come out my mouth. You know? So and yeah, I'll dub you right. You can't satisfy anybody on this app. So it's no point in trying. But I was kind of in this era of my life, I've been on what I call my quiet era, where I just let people make it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, necessarily in a pushover stage of my life, but some stuff just don't really, because when I first got on here, I felt like I had to, in a sense, explain shit sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And the few times that I felt like I had to explain, whether I had to explain in post or, you know, I might go on my social media and make a story trying to explain something. I don't really do that no more. And I'm at a point now where I'm just gonna kind of say how I feel and I'm just gonna go about my way. You know what I'm saying? Or if I don't like what you have to say, I don't, you're not respecting my boundaries. You keep playing with my motherfucking top, like I'm not finna remove myself, I'm just gonna block your ass. Or just ignore you. I'm really good at ignoring a motherfucker. Like it's a few people y'all can ask. Like I'm real good at that shit. I'm really good at pretending like you're not fucking there. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll just go ahead and block you or whatever. But my ass be nosy too sometimes, so I just be like, nah, I'm just gonna sit here and ignore you because if you talking about me, I want to see it, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So if I do decide to do some slick shit and pop up on your ass while you at the gas station or something, getting your gas or buying you a Dr. Pepper or something, and then, all of a sudden you get punched in your mouth and you don't know where the fuck it came from. Yeah, that's why, I don't block motherfuckers sometimes. Cause sometimes I might just feel froggy. You know what I'm saying? Nah, for real, Dubs. I just might, yeah, I'm not finna go back and forth with you on this motherfucking site. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find the area that you in, with my handy dandy IT tricks, that I have up my sleeve. And I'm just gonna wait till you go get you some hot Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? La la la, regular Monday, minding my business, and then bow, just come up off my shoulders and knock you in your shit. You know what I'm saying? Or just have a random crackhead come and knock you in your knees with a bat or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You'll never know where that shit come from. Fucking with me. So that's why I don't play with people. That's just why I just don't play with people. I rather I'd rather go cry about it, you know what I'm saying, and pray about it, write in my journal even, whatever I can do to not go to that route because I can wait that shit out. Yeah, like three was the homie, man. Like long live three, man. Long live three. But we country. You know what I'm saying? We come from, McKinney is like a suburb now. McKinney is kind of big now. You know what I'm saying? You go out there now, you might see some shit. When I lived in McKinney, you know, we had barely two high schools, one chicken place, um, whole bunch of fields, and a whole bunch of white people that didn't like us. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's still with the white people that don't like us out there. And McKinney is one of those cities that, when it comes to the black community, like I said, it's grown now. So when I'm speaking about McKinney, I'm kind of speaking about McKinney from kind of like years ago, kind of now into a sense, depending on what part of McKinney you go through. But everybody knows everybody. Everybody is either kin to each other, or they like twice removed kin to each other. It's kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? So me personally, I couldn't really date too much in McKinney. I was only able to date very few. Like I can count on my hand how many boyfriends that I had, and I had to vet them. I had to be like, who your mama is, who your daddy, what's your last name, what's your other last names. You know what I mean by other last names. Like what's your mama maiden name? What's the last names that they kin to in between? You know what I'm saying? Like who your daddy people? Like I really had to do that living in McKinney because you will fuck around and possibly date your cousin, and I'm just was not gonna do that shit. No, I was not gonna have a traumatic experience in my life like that. So growing up, me and my homegirls used to like sneak, take out people cars. You know how it go. You know what I'm saying? Or if you had that one home girl that got a car early in her teenage life but didn't have her license, but was sneak to get her car, to drive. I had that best friend that was like that. So we hop in her little car. She had a little Saturn, little bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think they make them hoes anymore. No, they definitely don't make them anymore. A little two door or whatever. We used to ride out. We used to come to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? And I was raised in McKinney, but I'm from North Dallas. So like I'm from the same hood that Jackie talks about. I got people in North Park just like her. So when she talks about certain streets and certain areas, I know exactly where she's talking about. And she probably knows a couple of my cousins over there or whatever, but I haven't conversed with Jackie to see who she knows and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Um Again, I'm just not that person. Some people call that, friendly. So I'm not really friendly. But she's not from North Dallas. If so, what part of North Dallas? Like my people are from North Park. I don't know if you heard of like Roper, Stiegel. My big mama was on Stiegel, March. Um, it's some streets over there. But yeah, from North Dallas. Right, my mom is originally from North Dallas. She moved us to. I'm not trying to dox you. I'm just saying, like, what area? You ain't got to give me like a. You know what I'm saying? Those streets run long in North Dallas. You know what I'm saying? You say one street, that don't mean I know what end. Come on now, Dubs, don't do that. Don't do that. Ain't nobody even in here, bro. It's like we just chatting at this point. But yeah, I had people in North Park. Some have kind of moved out since then, but um, for the most part, that's where I grew up at. Uh, oh, you're not even from Texas. Oh, Negro. You got me. I'm gonna say, what part? Like, throw me an area. I want to know. Look at this. But yeah, and as a baby, toddler, we moved like to a suburb called Allen, which is smaller than McKinney, and then we ended up moving to McKinney when I was about five or six. So yeah, I was in McKinney for a very long time. I indeed know Mo three and his family, cousins, his sisters, brothers. He has quite a few of them, a couple of them. But yeah, I came down there once for the fight. Oh, you came down for Whole Lot of Woods. That's what's up. I'm from out here, obviously, and I've never been to half of the events that quote unquote go on out here. Like these events don't be as big as they are portrayed on YouTube, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like the Whole Lot of Woods event, in my opinion, was only big for YouTube because YouTube made it big. Otherwise, I didn't really know shit about it, which is crazy because my son's a boxer. My son was, I don't know if y'all, because I know some of y'all are not from Texas. Hey, she shared too. She's scared to come outside. Yeah. No, I ain't scared. It's just, yeah. When I used to go out at a very young age. Like I was saying before, like me and my homegirls used to sneak and come to Dallas at like 13, 14. I used to be in the clubs like at 15. Like my oldest sister, I have two older sisters, and the oldest sister before we stopped dealing with each other, we were really close, and she's 10 years older than me. So I used to use her ID for a lot of shit. And I'm even gonna hold y'all. I was kind of developed for my age, like I was kind of, thick, was slim thick or whatever you want to call it. So I really didn't get carded a lot, going out here. I used to go to Deep Ellum a lot and a lot of different clubs in downtown or whatever at like 15, sometimes 14, and like I said, I never get carded, and I got sought after, and people wanted to date me, and all that weird shit. But I'm still a kid, so it's like, no, I just came to twerk and look at myself in the mirror, looking ass. You know what I'm saying? So the older I got, and then I have a baby daddy that does music. And back in the day, he used to perform a lot. So I used to always be in these small rundown hole in the walls, these hood ass clubs and all that shit. So that shit is boring now. Like I done got so old acting to where my bitch ass would be sleep in the clubs. Like that shit don't excite me no more. Like I don't even know if I can twerk anymore, y'all. You know how they say if you don't use it, you lose it. I think I lost that shit, bro. Like I just fuck it. I'm just over it. My bad, y'all. My kid was texting me. Like I'm just over it. Yeah, like my punk ass would be asleep. The lights is going, strippers is sliding down poles, DJ is DJing. Yeah, my bad if I cut out. My daughter sent me a text message because she didn't want to just barge in here. Hold on a sec. Hold on, guys. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Okay, as I was saying, but yeah, like my ass would be asleep. Like this shit bores me now. Like strippers don't excite me no more. And I never liked male strippers. I find them gross. It's something about a man in tight ass drawers and greased up shaking their junk in your face. That's just repulsive to me. It's nasty. Very nasty. But yeah. Yeah, it's gross. Jelly beans! Hey Bookie Bud! How you doing, baby? Okay, Carlos. Y'all hold on, guys. My dog was trying to come out my room. Go ahead. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, like I used to go out at a very, very early age. I appreciate that, Jelly Bean. I decided to take up your advice a little bit. I didn't even know you went live. I'm glad I caught you. Yeah, you know what? To be honest, Jelly, I haven't been live in like over a year. I caught myself making a pre-recorded video maybe 3, 4 months ago, to try to get back into swing of things. But that didn't do nothing but make my anxiety kind of worse than what it was. So, today I kind of wasn't really feeling today. I'm not even gonna lie. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. My Yorkie was barking and talking shit all fucking morning. And I just kind of wanted to like punt her ass across my backyard, like over the fence, just kind of punt him and see where he goes. You know what I'm saying? And then I smoked. I smoked the blunt. Now I'm okay. I'm about 80% right now. I'm about 80% right now. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and go live. I'm gonna just shoot the shit and see what happens. So I kind of started with giving kind of a recap of like how I got here type shit, the breaks that I've taken in between, A little shit like that. Right now, I'm just I'm talking about kind of like my life, growing up in McKinney, how I knew Mo3, different things like that. Um, Hopefully I'm making sense in all this shit because I feel like I'm kind of jumping in from one thing to another, but a few of y'all are still here and I'm very appreciative of that. So, thank y'all so much for being in here. I hope that y'all hit the like button for your girl. I didn't expect a lot of people to really be here, so I'm not tripping. I'm not feeling away. It's all good. Um I'm actually thankful to the few of you guys that have been trying to encourage me to get on this motherfucker and say something. It's really hard. I ain't even gonna front because I just don't do what everybody else do. And I'm not trying to say that like I'm better than anybody because I'm not better than anybody on this app. I'm no different than anybody on this app. I have opinions, I have emotions. I just try to seal that shit a little bit because at the end of the day, um, opinions are like assholes. Everybody have one, so that shit fall on deaf ears and nobody gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, um, with me, I much rather just kind of tell stories, shoot the breeze, kind of try to give a podcast type of feel to it. When I used to go live, I used to talk about a lot of different types of relationships, different types of toxicity in relationships, different types of narcissists, emotional draining vampires, different things like that, sexual relationships, poly relationships. Um, I ain't gonna lie, Rose. I'm kind of scared to throw my link out there. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm kind of scared because I don't pay for this app. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want no weird, porn bombs and no dumb shit. I'm just not in the mood. I'm just really not in the mood. And I intended to get on here really to just kind of get myself used to being back on this motherfucker, if that makes sense. Sure I can, all dubs. Look at that. Sure I can. Nah, but hey, YNFL, how you doing? And plus, I don't know how long I'm staying. Um, my daughter has a game soon, so I gotta go mom in a little bit. Oh, you thought I was gonna try to spell it though, all dubs. Jokes on you, I'm not doing it. Just know that I can. Look at this. Just know that I can. I know that's right, my NFL. I'm blessed as well. Now y'all want to come talk shit. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Here we go. Ah, all right. Let me see if I still know how to do this shit. It's been so fucking long since I've done this. Oh, please don't make me regret posting this fucking link. Oh my God. Please, please don't let me regret it. Gosh, not today, Lord. Not today. Y'all see it? I think I posted it. Next time I go live, hopefully it won't be in another year. But the next time I go live, I'll try to do better by having my other device so I can navigate a little bit easier. Let's see. Okay.
Can you
What
hear me?
up, bros? Yeah,
So my
what
name.
up? What up?
Hey, you better quit being scary. Drop your link. You ain't gotta let up nobody you don't know.
But you know how they be doing. Sometimes they come across as people you do know, and then all of a sudden some 2-inch dick comes out, and then you just like, well, damn, you know. So
But
I,
look, this all I want to say, man. I was gonna say, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't gotta feel bad or regret not being like everybody else, you see, I don't really go loud no more because that ain't my style. That ain't my personality to just go in on everybody. Like, we both got our petty side to where we do that shit here and there, but it ain't every day with me. It ain't all day, especially. So, you know what I'm saying? The shit you was talking about doing, where you was talking about, mental health and this and that. That's your lane. Do your thing with that shit. Your crowd will go, especially if you consistent with it.
yeah, and that's part of the problem is being consistent because I can't hold you. Like I do look at my numbers, when I'm really like trying to be serious and really, put my content out there, I kind of do look at my numbers and I do look at the support versus the support I give. And I'm a woman at the end of the day. I have emotions, I have feelings. I'm not some hard body ass, tough ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck this shit, I don't care. No, I do care.
Yeah,
You know
you
what
an
I'm saying?
emotional ass water sign. I know.
Exactly. I'm a Scorpio with a whole Cancer moon, bro. Like, there's no way around this shit. I am emotional. I'm emotional, but I'm also angry, and I also like genuinely don't like people as a collective. Now, it's certain, people that I cling to and I fuck with and I like and respect. You know what I'm saying? But like generally speaking, it's like fuck people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I know.
All dubs is like you from Texas. You gotta be. I ain't gotta be shit. I ain't gotta
Jelly
be
bean,
shit.
jelly bean. If you still in here, nigga, you can't be mad at me. You got my whole inbox information to holler at me about whatever the fuck you need. So I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, no dubs. I'm a lady. Look at that. I'm a lady. I ain't gotta be hard body. I ain't even trying to be hard body. Now, am I rough around the edges? Sure, absolutely. Yeah, like
Well,
there's
what he
this.
mean by that is you just can't let certain shit bother you or stop you from doing what you can do, the progress you can make. It's gonna be some negative shit. Ignore that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true. And then like I had said earlier, I don't know if you was in here, and I don't know if you remember because like, this has been years ago. This was kind of like the beginning of the sector in a sense. But I had a whole cyber situation on here. You know,
What?
yeah, I'm not gonna say necessarily being like stalked or whatever, but I was really genuinely being harassed. And I'm not gonna get into further details or anything like that. Roche, you can hit me up on the back end, if you just really want to talk about the shit. But um I'm not gonna go there. But I will say because of that situation and because I had like a very detrimental death in my family at that time, it just really had me in fuck all this shit mode. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm out, y'all can have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
Because I can say this now, but I like I said earlier, I have thyroid problems. So what having thyroid disease does, it triggers your depression. It triggers a lot of things. It shuts down your endocrine system, period. So with that, it messes with your hormones. It messes with if you do like if you're bipolar or anything like that, it electrifies it, and you can't really control that unless you're medicated. I can say this now, and if nobody understands what I'm saying right now, then all I can tell you is, bitch, go Google the shit, because I don't know what the fuck y'all want from me. But I'm saying all that to say, back then I was not medicated. I was very sick. I lost a whole bunch of weight. and I just wasn't myself. Back in 2023, I had went under surgery and they took my thyroid from me. So because I was in stage one, I I'm gonna go ahead and just say it. I had stage one thyroid cancer. So I was going through a lot at that time, and I didn't know how to maintain my emotions, and I'm still learning how to do that. I'm still learning how to do that. Um, that doesn't mean people can play with me or play with my boundaries or play with said emotions. That just means back then I couldn't handle them very well, so I went into I'm going to shut down mode. I felt like I was being attacked by everything and everybody at that time, and I just couldn't take it. Now I'm kind of more about drawing a line in the sand, creating my boundaries, figuring out what works for me and what doesn't. Um, going not settling for bullshit, you know what I'm saying, knowing my worth, and all that women shit, you know what I'm saying? Just all the women things that I need to figure out in my old ass age. But with that being said, I'm trying to get my feet back wet and get back out there and do what I do. The only decision that I'm trying to make right now is that I have a whole nother page that I developed. And I won't share it. I'm afraid to share it here because I don't need a lot of the bullshit that comes with this sector into what I'm trying to do, if that makes sense. Like I would it's a lot of you guys in this sector that are very level headed and y'all actually like what I try to do. Like with Roast, like he's always been encouraging. Get on here more, Shan. Get on here more. Just get on here more. If you're trying to do this, just get on here more. Anytime I go live, Roast is on my panel with encouraging words and jokes. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't go unnoticed. It's very appreciated. That's why I always will fuck with Roast. Even though I was kind of mad at Roast at one point. Kinda.
Cause you
Kinda.
blocked me and you thought I blocked you.
No, no. That's another reason. That's another time. Because of the you know who situation.
I ain't gonna bring that up 'cause I ain't even do nothing. But I feel you.
Now you went back and told her what I told you. But at the same time, I kind of wanted you to do that because I was being petty. But at the same time, it was like, damn, that was kind of quick. You went back and told this girl, even though this girl don't even fuck with him like that.
I can't say I did or didn't. I don't even remember the shit no more, fam.
Well,
Uh,
she said it verbatim. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a girl, so I still got the long ass paragraphs on paragraphs on paragraphs and text messages that she sent me, calling herself trying to go off on me, and I never responded to that
Send me
shit.
those paragraphs because all Dubs is now accusing me of doing this shit for real. And I know we didn't talked about it already and it was a misunderstanding. I don't do no messy shit like that. No
You said,
behind the scenes whatever that shit called messy female shit.
"Oh,
I ain't
girl
gonna
said
go
she
tell no
cussed
bitch
me
what
out
you
too."
told me about her.
Oh man, I used to go off on roast too because the same chick would talk. She would talk at me to him, and I didn't realize at the time that he didn't realize what was going on. I thought he knew what was going on, or at least knew who she was talking about. So when we would be in Mahaya's chat, and she would be talking shit at me to him, and he would be laughing and shit. I'm like, oh, okay, motherfucker. All
Yeah,
right.
I obviously didn't know what was going on between y'all. I wouldn't have done no shit like that.
All right. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when it came to you, Roast, in that situation, um, when I realized that that person was kind of playing both sides when it came to you, and how that person would like dog you out, but behind y'all closed doors y'all were cool. And me and another person that was friends with her, we didn't know until we knew. And it pissed me off because it was like, okay, so you gonna talk about me to these people that you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like a double set of fake shit that I'm just not gonna stand for. So since we talking about people, let me go ahead and let this nigga know that while he thinks y'all cool, you know, y'all not. You know what I'm saying? She thinks all this negative shit about you. You know what I'm saying? So when it came out that you either questioned her about it or said something to her about it, and she called herself trying to go off because that was the only thing that she really had to stand on to go off on me about. Because after me and her fell out, I had made a pre-recorded video about the situation, but I didn't use her name and I didn't say the situation in full. So nobody knew who I was talking about. Absolutely nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like a regular video, you know what I'm saying, with a lesson attached to it. She went off, she snapped and did this whole, she tried to do this whole live for live shit and tried to get people to rally against me. But, unbeknownst to her, I wasn't a part of any groups or, what I'm saying, anything like that to begin with. But it really kind of like made me feel away. And like I said, with all dubs, looking back now, she was kind of like using him, to come at me. Did I ever apologize to you, all dubs? Did I, like, in all seriousness? And did I ever
It was
apologize
his
to you for
fault.
that?
He started.
But yeah, but I can be a woman and apologize, to roast and to all dubs because I mean at the end of the day, to be honest with you, Rose, whether you said something or didn't say something, it really doesn't matter because a part of me wanted that to be done. A part of me had a motive. You know what I'm saying? So
So you
yeah.
played on my ignorance.
Yeah,
Good
kind
year.
of.
It's like a
Yeah.
Scorpio.
Yeah, in a sense I did. Part of it was like this is messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like you were really cool with that person. You know what I'm saying? Like you was really fucking with that person at the time. This is how early on this situation was. You know what I'm saying? Like you're really fucking with her. And to see that she wasn't fucking with you like that, I couldn't really go for that. Cause
Yeah.
especially when you calling me literally crying and saying like, he's trying to sabotage my relationship, when that person had that relationship with that dude from that other.
What the fuck? What?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
shit crazy, dog. That shit
yeah.
crazy.
It
But
was
you know
one
what?
situation where you was in the chat while in his chat and you was trolling him or whatever, or you was trolling the both of them, but unbeknownst to you, what I'm saying, you thinking you still cool with her, you know what I'm saying, like at least like friendly or whatever, but
Yeah, cause I ain't take the shit seriously like she did.
she
Obviously.
was coming to me. Oh, he's mad because I'm talking to him. He's trying to break us up. He liked me, and he's trying to fuck on me. Blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? So you're out. You at the time was out there looking like a simp. You know what I'm saying? Trying to break up a relationship because you
Saying
can't
this shit
be
is
in a
all new to
relationship with
me,
her.
fam. That shit, that's what let you know that person is obviously got some mental problems. Because if I don't know shit about all this shit, how can I be doing all that?
That's all interesting, but
And
that's
that's why we
like,
fell out too. Because the motherfucker just flipped one day, like you said you went through. Just flipped one day. You ride with them bitches and this and that. I'm like, what the fuck, nigga? What's this? You two? We having fun? What you mean? What?
well for me, Rose, in her eyes, when it came to me, she felt like I was always negative because I used to tell her about certain people, like Like some of the girls that she was cool with that was trolling her, you know, like the Maxes
I
and
already know
all
who
of
you
them.
talking about. He ain't gotta say
You know what I'm
nothing.
saying?
That's what you
And
talking about.
when they was trolling her, her situation and her incident and all of that, I was telling her, what was going to happen, that they was going to keep doing that shit basically, and she wouldn't listen, or
To
she
this day,
thought,
Shane. To this
yeah,
fucking day,
yeah, and
he
it's
running
kind of
back.
that's exactly what I was going to say, and it was kind of a slap in the face to go through everything that I went through with her. I had to get into it with the girl as well. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even have a problem with old girl. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of felt a way about you trolling my friend and about her accident. You know what I'm saying? Because that just wasn't cool. Again, I was sensitive. I'm a girl's girl. I'm not looking at it like trolling, like you finna go beg to be her friend again. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah, yeah.
literally got slapped in the face with that shit. So
Man, that shit
that's
ain't happened
really,
about 4 times, fam, within the last
yeah,
4 years.
I know. Even though I wasn't here, I took that year break. People used to send me shit all the time, and I said, man, don't send me no more. Don't send me shit. All Dubs say you didn't, but it's cool. She cussed you out too. Well, all Dubs, I apologize because at the end of the day, um, I'm very grown. I'm almost 40. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of this shit could have been handled a different way. You know what I'm saying? I could have just like, asked you, hey, you don't fuck with me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when a Scorpio gets upset, you know what I'm saying? We just don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's like fuck you and fuck what you stand for. Fuck your dog. Fuck your mama. And fuck the people around you that think the shit's cool. You know what I'm saying? And I
Uh,
guess that's the part of impulse that we go through. You know what I'm saying? As water signs. So I apologize. Um, I don't like to bring up this situation because if I consider you a friend, then I genuinely consider you a friend. You know what I'm saying? I don't do the whole, oh, this just a YouTube friend, or this just a whatever. And maybe I should. You know what I'm saying? Like looking now, I I have to separate the two. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I get you a woman. You see, I ain't get mad, and I appreciate that because again, I don't try to pretend like I'm just this hard ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't pretend like like I'm a nigga for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm a woman, man. Like my feelings get hurt. I'ma cry as I cuss you out. You know what I'm saying? My feelings get hurt. If I gotta beat your ass, it might be some tears behind it. I might whoop your ass and tell you you should have left me alone as I'm whooping your ass. I might talk to you like I whoop my kids. You know how you whoop your kids and I'm like I told you not. Yeah, that's me. I'm that motherfucker. I'm gonna make you remember this ass whooping. I'm gonna make you remember this situation because I kept telling you. But I do apologize to the both of y'all. I don't think there's anybody else I need to necessarily apologize, but I did isolate a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I felt like in that situation and me feeling down and trying to vent to people, I felt like a lot of people try to play with my emotions, you know what I'm saying? So,
I
but
just realized with that individual that it's a mental thing because you got to be paranoid than a motherfucker to make up some shit in your head when ain't shit going on. Think somebody done turned on you and go off on them and all that type of shit. Like that's all
right.
it was.
Right. And back then, I just, with me being, sick or whatever, like, don't get me wrong, like I'm ill now. Like I still deal with my illness to this day, but I'm medicated. You know what I'm saying? So I have the medication that I need to make sure that even though I don't have a thyroid, that the hormones that my thyroid was possessing, because we all have a thyroid, guys, and that's where That's where your hormones and stuff, are intact. So if you are a little out of whack or anything like that, go to the doctor and get your thyroid checked. That's for men as well, because men can have thyroid problems too, and it can be worse on men, especially black men over 30. But I'm not gonna do a health lesson right now. But I'm saying all that to say, now that I have the tools to make sure that my hormones are a little bit more in check, I can kind of see things differently from what it is. I can be that bigger person and apologize. So if I went off on you within the last 6 to 8 months, I was well within my right. Anything before then, you might can slip up and get some type of apology out of me until I remember that you actually did some bullshit to me because I might have forgot. But as of right now, everybody can get an apology until otherwise. You know what I'm saying? As far as I can remember, Ross has never did nothing to me. All dubs ain't did nothing to me but laugh at some jokes that he didn't even know they were for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a very sensible individual. I can't get mad at shit like that. I can't harbor feelings over small stuff like that. Cause at the end of the day, we really don't know each other, right? Like we just trying to get to know each other, and we base our judgment. Oh hell no! Oh, Dubs, you tripping now? Ain't no damn apology tour. Scorpios don't do that shit. The fuck? This is as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Yeah, hell no. Fuck that. Like I said, y'all seem like the only two that deems an apology. Like, in between all this shit too, like I had a friend group, and I'm not gonna tell y'all who them ladies was. I don't even think they own here no more. But
Yeah, I'm
I
no apology, nigga.
no, but it's just I'm a woman about my shit, you know what I'm saying? But nah, fuck it, I'm gonna say their names. What the fuck am I, man? What am I doing? Anyway, when I fell out with you know who, like I said, I ain't gonna say her name because her little ass is quick to try to find a reason to go live on somebody. But when I fell out with her, I had started talking to y'all remember Queenie and Miss World? Y'all remember them?
Yeah,
Yeah, so and Alicia B was a part of the group too. So, I used to vent to them about, that whole situation. And again, I was very emotional, you know what I'm saying? Even though I was well within my right to be upset, I was still overly emotional because at the end of the day, it's like fuck the bitch at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like just leave it alone, fuck her. But I couldn't let that shit go because it was the principle for me. Cause bitch, how did you think that you was gonna play me by going live and talking all this shit and trying to make it seem like I was something that I wasn't when I was nothing but a friend to your punk ass, to your weak ass at that? Cause how the fuck you gonna go to the people that made you cry every single fucking day, every
that's when you
day?
gotta realize, saying just well, for me, I was just like, I let her do her thing. She'll come around or whatever and realize what's what. Or, but some people they want who they want so bad to be their friend, and they just gonna heat it up, get all them punches up, and keep going back getting bopped in the face every time. So it is what it is. But
Right,
I ain't holding to it though. I'm gonna let her know, nigga. I ain't got nothing against you, but I ain't your enemy, my nigga. I'm
right.
saying
Even to this day, like I don't hate her. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Now, will I, be gun cold to try to be cool with her again? No. Um, I'm not like a lot of these people on this app in this sector, and when I say y'all, I don't mean y'all specifically. I just mean most of these motherfuckers on this app. Y'all will let people on y'all panel that y'all don't fuck with, that y'all are disgusted by, that say the most vile shit for clout, for money, for whatever reason. Y'all will accept the bullshit that people say, you know what I'm saying, and leave them in y'all space. I, on the other hand, refuse to do that. It's not enough money in the world that's gonna let a motherfucker come and play in my motherfucking face. You know what I'm saying? Talk about my kids, talk about my whatever, and you just on my panel because I allowed everybody on my panel. No, I don't. I don't. I don't need y'all motherfuckers like that. It's never that serious for me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I would love to get my content off the ground. Yes, I would love to gain numbers. And yes, I would love to climb, you know what I'm saying, and be something when it comes to this content creating situation. But I'm not gonna go that route. You are not gonna play in my face. You're not gonna play with me at all. Like, you're just not. You're just not. So I have a hard time sometimes being in the sector, even being in chats and just watching this shit. Like for example, this morning, shout out to the captain, shout out to him. He has a whole shit show over there, and we all love it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And he started his live like around like 6 this morning, and um I was up kind of mad because I just realized my kids didn't have school today, and I'm just dry ass up. So I decided to go into his live and just let it play in my AirPods. You know what I'm saying? Just for the support. And I wake up to WAP or WAP or whatever his name being on the panel, just being downright disrespectful, and all these motherfuckers being disrespectful to people and stuff, all because y'all don't like the words that come out their mouth. And I'm just like, this shit is insane. You know what I'm saying? And the only excuse or rebuttal that people have is, oh, I allow anybody to come on my panel. Hey, you like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? You can take that shit, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I can't even knock you for that, but I just know what I can and can't do. And I'm not gonna let nobody or allow nobody to make me feel a way for not allowing the shit. You know what I'm saying? Just nothing to do it.
Yeah, I feel you. Got your moral, standards.
Yeah, call me lame, call me whatever, but I just can't do it. Like, but I get it. I get the money grab from it, you know what I'm saying? Or I get what you're trying to accomplish, the numbers or whatever. But I'm not gonna say I don't care about the numbers, but I don't care about the numbers enough to settle for that. If I can't get the numbers on just, what I do and my vibe, then maybe I just gotta rethink and refigure out a different strategy, or just a different route in life altogether, because I'm not no, fuck no, no, fuck that. I'm not doing it. Absolutely not. No. Yeah, all dubs, that shit's weird. Like, that was a very weird time back then, and now fast forward to how things are now in the sector. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. The shit is borderline scary.
What make us normal quote unquote people still be in these shows watching this shit though every day?
Rose, that's a good fucking question that I ask myself
We gotta look
every
at ourselves too.
exactly, like every day. Cause when I originally go into these chats, right? When I wake up in the
And like,
morning and
trying to
I
make it
go in these chats, it's like a part of me is like, okay, let's see what's going on. Let's support my fellow people. But then after I'm sitting here and the bullshit is just going on and it's going on, I'm sitting here asking myself, why am I still fucking here? So I don't know if anybody that's in here ever noticed, but a lot of the times when I come in the chats, I be like, I don't know what's going on, blase whoop de whoop. It's because I had left. You know what I'm saying? I will leave this app altogether, go on Netflix, go work out, go walk my dogs, go find something else to do because I've realized I've been so enthralled in this bullshit that I'm dumbing myself down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like like it hit me a few weeks ago. I was in the chat. Let me see, and it's entertaining even if you don't, because we all throw it off too, but we still have a moral compass. That's true. Like we, at the end of the day, we all are nosy, right? Like we like to watch, but we don't want to be a part. You know what I'm saying? And at first, when I used to say that in chats, trying to explain while I'm here, it used to sound good. But the more and more I'm here, that shit don't even sound good anymore. It still sounds dumb to me. But for some reason, I can't fully let it go. Maybe it's because I was here from the beginning. I don't know. Maybe it's because I done kind of grown some type of weird attachment to certain content creators. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Shank Rock? Thank you for stopping in. I hope all
What
is
up, Shaq?
well. You said what, Rose? My bad.
Now I'm just saying, what up, Shaq?
Oh yeah, what's good, Shank? Like I don't, like for me, like I watch when I do my mommy duties. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I don't know everything that's going on, or I might miss a lot of key components when it comes to some of this bullshit because I've been cleaning up my house. I got two dogs to take care of. I got, you know, I got kids that I have to, mom to. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I'll be going shortly because my senior in high school, okay, Rose, thank you for coming. I appreciate you. But she has a softball tournament going on. She's been doing two a days for this past 2 weeks. So I've been busy with that. I have a sophomore that's in soccer. You know what I'm saying? So, I be momming it. And then I have a 10-year old, that's just fucking 10, and she really loves her mama. And I love my daughters. I love my babies. And I'm involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I'm having a moment or I feel overly stimulated and I decide to come in my room and close my doors and, be silent for a little bit, I'm still accessible to my children. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know exactly. Life be lifing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know everything that be going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not always just in the bushes. I be having stuff going on, but I try to get into these lives and support as much as I can. But what I am about to start doing, because I'm preaching all that I'm preaching right now, but I haven't done nothing about it, right? For myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm complaining about the bullshit that I see in these lives and in these chats and all this fighting and doxing and the setups and the dumbass opinions just because you don't like what somebody said to you. You know what I'm saying? And watching men call CPS on women and all this weird shit. You know, I gotta do something about it because I don't stand for it. And by me being here as much as I am, it looks like I stand for it. So I'm gonna start putting my attention more into more meaningful lives, more meaningful chats. I'm gonna put my attention more into the Miss Parkers, more into the blended healings. Yes, men calling CPS on women content creators because they've gotten into it with each other and she cussed him out just a little too good or roasted him just a little too hard and all of a sudden they wishing death on the girl. They calling CPS on the girl. They calling the girl's landlords. They calling, probation officers. All because of words. All because they got roasted too hard. And people laughed at them. They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. My bad. My bad. But nah, for real. Like dumb shit like that. That's the type of shit I've been witnessing. And women doing the same shit. And I don't know what's worse, the men or the women. I can't even really say because you can say the men are worse, but for the women it's just as bad because motherfucker, you a woman too. You a mother too. Like what the fuck? Words should not be that bad to where you want somebody's child removed from them. They're a piece of them. They're a rib. The little person that makes them or helps them probably function throughout the fucking day. Because they're probably so fucking depressed. But they have their child, and that's what keeps them going. And y'all take the child from them? Like, how sick can you be? So because of that, I'm gonna have to be more proactive in my words and how I feel and slowly weed myself away from it. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm perfect and I'm not going to be in no live whatsoever and I'm not gonna be nosy at all. I mean, what can I say? I like reality TV. I love reality TV. So this is kind of like reality TV for me. But it's getting to a point where it's scary. It's getting to a point to where you got motherfuckers like me that don't want to get on live and express their opinions because you may dox me and take a piece from me. And I'm not gonna know how to handle that because again, I've been through a lot in my life. Um Situation with my kids being one of them, one of the main things, abuse being another. So I'm very scarred, right? So I try to stay out the way on the bullshit. They both ain't shit. At least the women stepping, and that's facts. At least the woman, us women, the women out there that are, whatever, they standing on business. But at the end of the day, it's dumb business. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, yeah, us women, yeah, we standing on it, quote unquote. We getting out there, we getting in the field, yada yada, whoop de woo. But it's over some dumb shit. We gotta admit that it's over some stupid ass shit. And I would just hate to fall into that trap of falling into a nigga moment and getting into a fight or a situation, and I'll be that 1% that gets locked up from that said isolated situation, you know what I'm saying, or and actually lose my kids from said, I just can't handle that. You know what I'm saying? So it's gotten to a point to where I'm nervous about coming on here and expressing how I feel and all that. Cause I'm pretty sure if I got on here talking shit, doing reviews, giving up quote unquote, air quotations, commentary, if you will, letting just any and everybody on my motherfucking panel, people can scratch and all that, I'm pretty sure I would have the numbers. I'm pretty sure I would have the numbers then. I would have some type of line of respect. I would have a group of people that will fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? Blase blah whoop de woo. But that comes with a lot of trouble. You know what I'm saying? So I just can't go there. So as I stated before, I have another channel and a part of me wants to Hi, Cairo. My dog just came in here, y'all. Hi, Ace. My Yorkie's in here now. Y'all get out. Nah, but as I was saying, you know, I would love to promote that channel and try to get that channel going, but I just don't want any unnecessary negativity on that channel, you know? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm well aware that there's negativity no matter where you go. Even if I decided to just go live on the wall or whatever, it's gonna be trolls, it's gonna be weirdos, it's gonna be all of that, you know. That's not what I'm tripping out about. It's the sector weirdos that I'm worried about. All dubs, you're absolutely right. I won't expose my channel. I had made a post on here. I mean, which like my posts really don't get seen, but I try, and I was trying to advocate like people like possibly like maybe DMing me or something like that, or kind of hitting me up a different way, so I can kind of screen, the people that I send that link out to, because that was going to be my way of kind of like leaving the sector. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I kind of wanted to leave as quietly as possible, but I fuck with a few of y'all. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of y'all well, I ain't gonna say a lot of y'all because it's not a lot of y'all, but the few of y'all that I fuck with, y'all got me on IG, so y'all want to say something to me, I guess y'all can just hit me up on there. But I'm slowly trying to decide how I should go about it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should, I don't know, maybe I should just go to that page sometimes and just try to go live and try to generate people just the slow way, you know what I'm saying? And just hope for the best. I really don't know what else to do. Um, you know, it's just too much that goes on for me, like, and I'm also annoyed because like, let me see, the people that need to see it, it will reach them. You're right. You're right. And I needed that. I needed to read that. I needed to obtain that. I'm a girl that just yearns for reassurance. You know what I'm saying? Like I love me some reassurance. It gives me a sense of security that a girl like me need. You know what I'm saying? Um I have a problem with boundaries, right? Because I am contrary to popular belief of some of you, I am really nice, sometimes too nice and too welcoming, you know? And I tend to let shit slide sometimes that I probably should have cussed you out for when you did it the first time. Sometimes I'll let it continue to happen and then I'll boil over and then I snap. And that's not really the healthy way of going through things. Don't you roll your eyes at me, Negro. I ain't talking about you in this part. I'm talking about other people looking ass. Cause you actually got it kind of soft for me. You know what I'm saying? If you thought the little I've said to you was bad, you man say, man. Baby, I can be real, real horrible. I can be real, you know, fuck your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I can be too nice. And I had found myself in a situation where I allowed somebody to cross my boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And it bothered me. It didn't it bothered me that they were crossed, but it bothered me more that I allowed it to happen. So, I'm just I guess trying to regroup from that and permanently remove myself from those people. It's like a no hard feelings, but I can't deal anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't continue to allow somebody to keep crossing my boundaries. If I say don't do something, don't act a certain way around me, don't say certain shit around me, that's exactly what I mean, because I don't feel comfortable with you saying the things that you have said. So don't say that shit. Either respect it or leave me alone. So I'm just at a point, like I said, this year I'll be 40, and I'm just, really trying to get a grip of and be okay with who Shan is. You know what I'm saying? Because in all of my 20s, I was in survival mode. You know what I'm saying? It was all about surviving and and really just, to be honest with you guys, trying to stay alive. Because for so long I didn't even want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I've been through so much that I would love to share, but again, I'm afraid to now. Now, back in 2016 when I started, I was so open. I talked about so much. I would say go check out my old videos, but I took a lot of those down. Like I had a story about two of my children that I'm estranged from, and that's all I'll say about that. One being my son, and that's never easy. And I always wanted to share that story, and I shared it in one aspect back in 2016, but I didn't share it fully, you know what I'm saying? Because the goal was to share said story in hopes of helping someone else, you know what I'm saying? Because my situation has happened to a lot of women in my generation. And I'm learning that and I'm realizing that now. I've seen a lot of my story, kind of being floating around in different ways, but same shit. And but because I'm in this sector that I'm in, I borderline refuse to tell my story because, yeah, you got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot. I was saying this. I kind of like darted from this shit, but I was saying that, basically in this sector, you get made fun of for the dumbest shit, for the craziest shit, for shit that's normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I was in the chat and I was talking to this girl in the chat, and we was talking about Meganese and some shit like that. And again, I am almost 40. I have been dancing since I was 5 motherfucking years old. I have been clubbing since I was 14. Yes, I was in the motherfuckers. I was blowing a whistle. I was shit. Whistle while you twerk. I was hands on my knees. I was shit. Pussy popping on the handstand. I was doing all that shit. I even stripped for about a year. Yeah, I had a time. Okay. I had a time in my 20s. Do you hear me? In my teenage years. A fucking time. So now my knees are no longer making knees. Like, what the fuck? So I had said something about me not having making knees, and I had made a joke. Now, don't get me wrong. I can still get down there. You know what I'm saying? I can still go if I want to go. You know what I'm talking about? Don't fucking get it twisted. However, if I ain't gotta dance, I'm gonna go sit my black ass down. Shit, I'm too old for this shit. I'm gonna go sleep in the corner of the club. You hear me? This shit is boring. Cause I'm not trying to date in the club. I'm not. So why am I here? You know what I'm saying? Other than dancing, and I don't have a lot of homegirls or a friend group or nothing like that. So again, why am I here? But anyway, I'm in the chat and I'm just like, girl, them knees are not like, you know, them knees are not like Megan's, you know what I'm saying? And the panel holder, I'm talking about ripped me a new one. Like really tried to make fun of me for the fact that I don't be twerking like that no more. Nigga, I'm almost 40 with kids. The fuck? What? I'm sorry. I'm not the 88s of the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm not still living through my stripper days. I'm just not. No shade. She still got it. Like more power to her. I love to see her dance sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But that's not me. And not every woman is like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you've been going out at a very young age. You know what I'm saying? So, but I got stud knees now. Shit. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All day, but I, again, I be in that corner. I be in that corner. Shit, I might whine a little bit. I might drop for a little bit. But motherfucker, I'm getting the fuck back up. Okay? I ain't finna be down there for long. I'll make it cute or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got sex appeal. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Scorpio. I can be very seductive. I can reel you the fuck in. But that's pretty much all you gonna get from me. You know? You know? Unless we, in the bedroom or something, then, all that I saved up sitting down, all that build up, that's what I'm gonna use my knees for. If you catch my drift. I'm gonna put all the use right there. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a club. Fuck getting on here trying to show y'all that I can twerk. Fuck that. You better check one of my damn TikToks and see that I can move a little bit and be okay with that. The fuck? Just know, I tease a little bit. I throw a little bit out there that I still kind of got it. But what the fuck I look like? The hell I look like? That's why I don't even get into these competitions. I'm not gonna do no extraordinary ass shit. That's why I used to. Oh my god, like that's why I used to. Y'all lazy than the whole man say. That's why I don't. That's why I only stripped for a year. Like I never liked the job, you know. You know how when you go to strip clubs and you see the girls that's really in the lifestyle? Like they have a bottle, they don't pop some pills, they all in the person section, sitting all in the niggas' laps and giggling and they not getting no money from it. They just there because they got liquor. You know the ones. You know the ones in the club, right? You know what I'm talking about. I ain't just talking here, Y'all know. Y'all know the ones. I used to hate going to work. I used to hate it. And to call it work is asinine within itself. Because that's not work. You know what I'm saying? But my ass even though I was a great dancer in the strip club, like I was pretty good with the pole and I naturally could dance and whatever. I sucked at being a stripper because I was mean. Like I would tell a nigga in the quickness, like, London is not my real name, right? Like, this is just a job for me. Like, I really don't give a fuck about any of this shit, right? Like I would literally tell a customer that. Like I did not give a fuck. Fuck you, nigga. I'm not gonna turn no backflip. Like, and that's the thing. Working in strip clubs with niggas, y'all niggas ain't shit because y'all want a bitch to do the most for nothing. Y'all want a bitch to turn a backflip, bust a split, do some break dance and shit, all while in hooker heels, and then only to slide $1 in their G string. Y'all got me fucked up. So since we playing it like that, I'm finna just let you know that this fantasy that you think you finna have, you not finna have it with me. Yeah, I was the motherfucker that came to work at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, got my money, did my little pole tricks, and got the fuck up out of there. Cause no, we not. I'm not doing that extra shit. I'm not finna play into the fantasy. I'm not finna do something for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And niggas always want to, try to be nasty and want to try to proposition you. I'm not doing none of that shit for the same amount that you trying to give me for a lap dance. Like y'all know what goes on in strip clubs. Just like Pimp C said, trash want to fuck for $40 in the club. I'm not doing that shit. You got me fucked up. My name is Shan. Looking ass. I'm a whole mom. I'm over here to generate some coin. And if you're not trying to give me that coin for me just sticking my ass and giving you a lap dance or me being on this stage, shit, well, I holler. I'm gonna go ahead and go home early. I guess I ain't gonna make no money today. You know what I'm saying? But I always had another job too. You know what I'm saying? I never really just relied on stripping when I was stripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, call center by day or waitress by day. I was always doing something else. You know what I'm saying? So I just never really adhered to that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if y'all can pick up on some of my characteristics, but just how I talk alone doesn't even sound like, you know what I'm saying? I would be into some shit like that. Like, seriously, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I've even managed women before. And yes, I'm gonna say managed women. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, I guess, look at me, they see my face, and they think, oh, she just, she's this or she's that way. No, yeah, I've managed a couple of women in my day too, you know what I'm saying? For a hot little 6 months, generated a beautiful coin. And I didn't have to do no mean shit to do it, like that situation basically fell in my lap. You know what I'm saying? I was not Cruella de Vil. Well, not when I was managing women, but when I was handling them niggas in the club, yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. But when I was managing women, letting them go get their money, and I get a cool little percentage off of it or whatever for getting them their clients and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that situation kind of fell in my lap, and I talked about that on Mahea's panel one day before my break. Oh, you can see it now. You can see it looking at it. Like, don't let this face fool you now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sweat you hoes. I'll show let you hoes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, I explained a little, well, as much as I can, that situation on Mahea's panels some years ago, like before I went on my little sabbatical or whatever. And weird motherfuckers on here, instead of just like listening to the story, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you had some people, oh, she probably was one of the girls getting managed. Man, if I was, I would let you know. Like, I have no reason to lie about this shit. No, I managed bitches. Straight up. I didn't have to do it on my own. Like, this shit fell in my lap. Like, and maybe one day I'll retell that story, but it just literally fell in my lap. It was crazy. It was a whirlwind. Like, that year alone was something. You know what I'm saying? But I eventually slowed the fuck down, and I grew up. Just hold on, guys. Somebody's at the door. I'm gonna put y'all on a brief hold. Hold on. But yeah, that's just pretty much what that was. But I just realized I've been on here for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I told y'all that I wasn't gonna be on here that long because I gotta go mom and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Remember, whatever don't make you would, I mean, break you would definitely make you. And I love everybody that loves me. Shout out to y'all. Y'all have a great one.
Run up that motherfucking sack, and now that I got it, I won't give it back.
What you talking about, Lincoln? Talking about
From the
Lincoln?
diamond to the dough. And it's done in this hole. Watch how you move in this bitch. Cause I got a tool in this bitch. You act like a fool in this bitch. I'm up in and using this bitch. Hey, run up, get done up, it's simple. He play, get heat to his temple. Yeah, I'm really clutching, living like fuck it. Ain't no more talking, fuck all that discussion. Say, watch how you move in this bitch. Cause I got a tool in this bitch. You act like a fool in this bitch. I'm up in and using this bitch. Hey, run up, get done up, it's simple. He play, get heat to his temple. Yeah, I'm really clutching, living like fuck it. Ain't no more talking, fuck all that discussion. I wanted more, I had to get up and go. Young nigga straight out the O. I hit the dough. Mama, I'm sorry, I know. Can't let them play me for hoe. Can't let them do it. If money talk, then I'm fluent. Fuck class, I was truant. Big bag connoisseur. Red flags, lot of shooters. Pull up on you like a Uber. Chopper singing hallelujah. Pockets fat, how you doing? Won't speak on no shit that I did. That shit kinda stupid.
Oh, my bad. I just have to say this. If there's anybody still in here, if y'all like the music that y'all are listening to, make sure y'all go to Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Tidal, wherever the fuck y'all listen to music from, and type in Kushone. And he's on all sites. Music is dope. If you like what you're listening to, just go check him out. All right, peace.
Base car good in the hood, I'm reppin'. Wish a nigga would on the hood, I'm steppin'. Big dog, great day, really been pressin'. Dirty Glock to his top with it, no effort. Yes, sir. 25 lighters on my dresser. Extra. If he try to play me, I'ma stretch him. Bless him. Top notch hoes, none lesser. Flexin'. Top notch flow, unquestioned. Ever. Spin like an airplane propeller. Iced out my ear and my bezel. My hustle relentless. Yeah, that bitch won't let me settle. I'm mashing my foot on the pedal. Watch how you move in this bitch. Cause I got a tool in this bitch. You act like a fool in this bitch. I'm up in and using this bitch. Hey, run up, get done up, it's simple. He play, get heat to his temple. Yeah, I'm really clutching, living like fuck it. Ain't no more talking, fuck all that discussion. Say, watch how you move in this bitch. Cause I got a tool in this bitch. You act like a fool in this bitch. I'm up in and using this bitch. Hey, run up, get done up, it's simple. He play, get heat to his temple. Yeah, I'm really clutching, living like fuck it. Ain't no more talking, fuck all that discussion. I grew up in them project apartments. Prince house sleeping on carpet. Probably why niggas so motherfucking heartless. Never had shit shoplifting out of Target. Run down on the op, nigga, we retarded. Yeah, I been on the block, really ducking charges. Partner blue trail like a dirty second cartridge. Still in the streets like Scruggs, I'm solid. Ayy, fuck what them niggas been talking. I'm fresh to death like a coffin. I make a play and I'm awesome. He think he slick, but I caught him. I keep a dick on that 40. Ayy, all of my niggas been bout it.